So, you want to learn Python, but you have absolutely no idea where to even start, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down this awesome 5 level pyramid that's going to take you from zero, and I mean zero experience, all the way to building real deal Python projects with AI. You ready to start the journey? Let's dive in. Okay, picture this. You've got 2 months, just 2 months to master Python for a massive, high stakes research project. The catch? You have absolutely no experience. None. Zip. I mean, talk about a pressure cooker, right? Well, that's exactly the situation one developer was in. And out of that insane challenge came this super clear, repeatable system for success. And that's exactly what we're going to walk through today. And this is it, the 5 level Python pyramid. This is our map for the whole journey. We're going to start at the bottom with the foundation, learning the logic of the language. Then we'll move up to the setup, getting all our tools sorted out. After that, the really fun part, building actual projects. Then we'll learn how to leverage AI to basically get coding superpowers. And finally, we'll hit the top with continuous mastery. We're going to take this one step at a time, making sure we have a super solid base before we get to any of the crazy advanced stuff. All right, let's start at the very beginning. Level 1, the foundation. The biggest mistake beginners make is they try to run before they can even walk. It's like, imagine you land in Paris. You wouldn't just expect to start speaking fluent French, would you? Of course not. You've got to learn the grammar, the vocabulary, the whole art of the language first. And guess what? It's the exact same thing with Python. So check this out, because it perfectly shows this tiny but super important shift in thinking you need for Python. In the real world, you just say, hey, drive until you get to the store. Simple. But in Python, you use something called a while loop. So the logic becomes, while you are not at the store, keep driving. It sounds like a small tweak, but it's totally fundamental to how computers and programs think. It's all about setting a condition and just repeating an action over and over until that condition is finally met. Okay, this one is gold. It explains another core concept, zero indexing. See, in our world, we start counting at 1. But in Python and a ton of other languages, everything starts at 0. The first thing in a list is at position 0. So, yeah. The next time someone tells you, oh, you are my first love, that's a bit of a red flag. Because if you're number 1, who was number 0? It's just a funny way to remember a really, really important technical detail. And this all leads to maybe the most important part of this whole foundation level, your mindset. You have to think of yourself as a problem solver first and a coder second. Seriously, think about it like an artist. A truly great artist, they can make a masterpiece with a fancy paintbrush, sure, but they can also do it with a crayon or a cheap pencil. The tool doesn't really matter. It's their vision, their skill. It's the same for you. Your ability to solve the problem is what counts. Code, that's just your paintbrush. Okay, mindset's in the right place. Let's climb up to level 2, the setup. Now, this is a big one because this is where so many aspiring developers just give up. They fall into this classic beginner's trap, getting so lost in all the technical setup junk that they quit before they even write one line of code. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. And this is the trap. You go online and everyone's telling you, oh, you got to install Brew, then Python, then Anaconda, then pip, then PyCharm, oh, and don't forget VS Code. The list just goes on, and you end up spending hours, maybe even days, just fighting with your computer with different configurations, with terminal commands. You're not learning, you're just getting frustrated. It's a total mess, and it kills all your momentum. But there is a much, much simpler way. Here's the solution. The one simple, fast start. Google Colab. That's it. All you need is a Google account, no downloads, no messing with configurations, no terminal nightmares. You just open a tab in your browser and you start coding. It's that easy. I love this analogy. Imagine you're a chef, right? And you walk into this incredible, state-of-the-art kitchen, like Michelin star level. Every single ingredient you could ever need is there, perfectly prepped. Every pot, every pan, all laid out. That is Google Colab. It handles all the boring setup for you so you can just focus on the fun part, the actual cooking, or in our case, creating amazing things with code. And to help you get started in that brand new kitchen, here are 2 awesome, totally free toolkits. First up is the 30 Days of Python repository on GitHub. It's a fantastic guide that'll take you from the absolute basics all the way to more advanced stuff, and it's loaded with sample code. Then there's Cody.tech. That one's great for these little bite-sized lessons and a place where you can just practice and play around. Both of them are just Chef's kiss, perfect for building that solid foundation. Okay, we've got our mindset right, we've got our kitchen set up. Now it's time to actually cook something. Welcome to level 3, building projects. This is where the magic happens, where we take all that theory and we turn it into something real, something you can actually use. I mean, you can't call yourself a chef if you've never actually made a meal, right? But this is where we hit the biggest roadblock for a lot of people. It's called tutorial hell. You know what I'm talking about. It's that endless cycle of watching one tutorial, then another, then another. You feel like you're learning, but you never actually build anything on your own. You're just stuck. The only way out, the only way to escape, is to stop watching and start building. So, where do you get ideas? Well, these 2 GitHub repos are amazing places to start. Practical Tutorials Project-Based Learning has all these step-by-step guides for really cool, useful projects. Think web scrapers, bots, stuff like that. And then, when you're feeling brave and ready for a serious challenge, there's Build Your Own X. This is where you can find guides to build your own database or even your own freaking programming language. Seriously advanced, cool stuff. Now, the real goal here isn't just to copy-paste the tutorial. It's to take that project and amp it up, make it your own. So you build a simple little bot? Cool. Now turn it into a stock market scanner. You build a basic web scraper? Awesome. Now turn it into a powerful data analysis tool. When you add your own creative spin, you don't just learn a ton more. You create something unique, something impressive you can put on a resume, something that could actually get you a job or, who knows, even be the start of your own company. All right, now we're getting to the really exciting stuff. Level 4, leveraging AI. You hear all this talk about AI taking jobs, and a lot of people are scared. But the truth is, for a Python developer, AI isn't a threat. It's your ultimate superpower. Python is the language of AI. So if you know it, you have a huge, huge advantage. So there are really 2 big ways you can use AI. The first way is to have AI as your partner. Think of tools like GitHub Copilot. It's like having a super smart assistant sitting next to you, helping you write code way faster. The second way is to make AI the actual product. This is where you're building machine learning models that can, predict stock prices or spot diseases in medical scans or even write music. The possibilities are pretty much endless. But that leads to a really important question. With these incredibly powerful tools out there, when should you actually start using them? And the answer is simple, really. Nobody learns how to drive in a Lamborghini, right? You start with a simple, basic car to learn the fundamentals, how to steer, how to brake. AI is the Lamborghini. It's an accelerator. You use it after you know the basics to go way, way faster. If you try to use it as a shortcut to skip the learning part, you're just cheating on your homework, and trust me, you won't learn a thing. And here we are at the very top of the pyramid, level 5, continuous mastery. And the thing is, this isn't really the end of the journey. It's kind of the beginning of a whole new one. Because at this point, it's not just about learning Python anymore. It's about a lifelong commitment to always getting better, always growing. I think this puts it perfectly. The real goal isn't just to get in shape, it's to stay in shape. And coding is exactly the same. You don't just reach some level and then stop. It's about the daily practice, that constant effort to keep your skills sharp and stay on top of your game. And here's a super simple but powerful little habit to help you do just that. It's called the brain dump protocol. Every night when you're done coding, just take 5 minutes. Turn off your laptop, get an actual pen and paper, and just write down the answers to these 3 questions. It's amazing. It gives you this little win for the day, helps you figure out what to do tomorrow, and when you look back over weeks and months, you'll see just how far you've come. It's like a little journal for your coding journey. And one last pro tip for this level, share your work. Seriously, when you build something cool, put it online. I know a developer who literally hasn't had to fill out a job application for his last 2 jobs. Why? He just posts his cool side projects on Twitter and hiring managers see his stuff and they reach out to him. It's that powerful. So there you have it. That's the pyramid. It's the full 5-level map to take you from 0 all the way to mastery. You've got the structure, you've got the tools, you've got the mindset. So now there's really only one question left to ask. What problem are you going to solve first?